Hey Pooch, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing, man. I'm doing.
So we tried several times to have this conversation. Of course, Skype has been blowing up and giving some interesting technical problems, but I'm hoping we're past that and we've maybe
But
gotten.
careful, not ours.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, and that's our story, and we're sticking to it. So a couple times we tried to have this conversation about I was out in L.A. Los Angeles when I was about 19 or so. And a guy approached me with an idea that he wanted to manage me. And, I'm this 19-year-old going, oh, maybe I've been discovered. And I said, okay, well, how do we go about this? And he said, well, here's a contract. I want you to sign this contract. Well, luckily I did what I was supposed to do. I went and I found an attorney. And he was a very well-known attorney. And how I got his ear, I don't know. I mean, I did pay him, but got in there and talked to him for maybe half hour, 45 minutes. He looked at the contract and kind of perused through it really quick. And he said, I've written the language in most of this contract. And he set it down on his desk. And he gave me this look that said, kid. But he didn't say kid. But he gave me this look that said, kid, what do you know about this guy that you're signing up with? And do you know him very well? And I said, well, I've been talking to him for a few weeks, but, what I'm setting you up for is a conversation you and I have had about there's a couple of things that aren't in any contract. And I'm going to set you up to talk about the trust issue. Let's talk about trust.
Well, it was very nice of your attorney to ask that. I like that attorney already. Okay. And he was an entertainment attorney, right?
He was.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, I have more problems with people that go to non-entertainment attorneys because they don't know what's been left out of a contract. But yeah, the trust thing, it's a very big thing. I mean, we all want to see in that contract, you can trust me. It sounds like one of those infomercials, kind of things like that. But, this person has such control of your life. It's like being married, but worse because it's actually harder to get out of sometimes. And you want to know if you can really trust this person. A, they're going to be handling your money. And if they're handling your money, that's your livelihood. You'd like to know you're making some money for the work you're putting in.
Well, so we can't put that in exactly that way in the contract. Can we specify into the things that they told us they would do for us?
Well, yeah, and the point is, ask them what they will do for you. And there are some managers say, oh, why should I tell you? Then you'll not need me. That's bull. Actually knowing how to do it and talking about, yeah, I mean, what I love to do is if a person's not sure and I said, well, the person would say, he said all these things because I asked the artist or whomever, did they say all these things to you? Okay. It's not in the contract. No, I don't expect to work for with every little gig and stuff, but I want to see something because if you read any artist management agreement, it says what you're supposed to do as the artist, but it doesn't say what you're supposed to do as the manager ever. I mean, contracts are always one-sided. All kinds. Record company tells you what expecting of you as an artist, not, well, we're going to do this for you. It doesn't say that unless you want it in there.
Well, so you ask for it, and then there's a saying I've always told myself is, a goal without a deadline isn't a goal, it's a dream. So the way that applies to a contract, do you not only say the things that they'll do, but give them a time limit to get it done in?
Well, yeah, now we got the good old-fashioned escape clause. And actually, we've jumped subjects here. We're actually going from the past of the trust to can they advance your career? Are they going to do it for you? So we're covering everything at once, even though
we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that in a separate post.
But
I think.
The trust, yeah. My thing is the safest thing to do. Check them out beforehand. You got Google nowadays. It's not like the old days, where you had to get on the teletype. check it out. Put their name in Google, just like you should put our names in Google, and see if there's good, the bad, the ugly, and ask people that they manage now. Ask people that they used to manage, understanding the point that it might have been the artist's fault why there was a mess. But another thing with that trust thing is, they have power of attorney, at least to some extent.
Oh, explain it. Explain what power of attorney is to
Power of
those who don't know.
attorney basically means they can sign, if you leave it like most clauses are written, they can sign your name to anything they want to. So therefore, it could be, for example, you're expected to go with this big major label or a major indie, and you see they signed you to their own record company or to one that their mother-in-law made up or something. Anybody can be a record company, Poof, your record company. There's no licensing, You want it specified. That's where that escape clause come in, which is a whole other subject. But you want to weigh out if they don't do what they say they're going to do within a short period of time, and you see some progress.
Gotcha. I think that's a good place to wrap, man. That was a good explanation. I appreciate you. And, of course, we're going to be back next time, folks, so don't go away. Stay tuned.
Take care.